Is this injury something, nothing, or everything that he might not be able to start with them?
It's everything. You know, he's like a little brother of mine. We were just back on Instagram joking, dunking on each other. And but it's everything because, like I said, I go back to talking about guys working out. I seen Otto Porter. I seen Bill. I seen John Wall put on some weight and work hard to come out and dominate this season. You adding a guy like Dwight, you expect him to be there from the jump, to build with this team, to be in training camp, and to give this team confidence going forward. I know what it's like to be with a team in training camp or coming into the team half during the season. It's not the same. The chemistry's not the same. So it's everything. He needs to get healthy fast because I know this team was dependent on him helping them out.
I didn't know Stack was on Instagram. That's new information.
Yeah. He never makes any headlines for being
I didn't know he interacted with players.
Anything.
He interacts with players. I never heard that before. This is everything, but I have a different viewpoint of this. This is what Dwight Howard has been the second half of his career. He comes in, he makes big promises, he talks trash with Shaq, and then for various reasons can't deliver. And a lot of it's not his fault, quote unquote, because he has dealt with severe injuries, but yet again, here we have a false start. And even though this is minor and, I'm sure he'll get over this, it's just sort of indicative of what Dwight has become. This is the Dwight Howard experience, getting excited and then being let down.
And you know what? Everything I said, that's how it feels to the team. Everybody's excited about him coming in, and you're not starting off with the team and kind of let everybody down. You're right.
Kemba Walker, speaking about his impending free agency at Media Day, reaffirmed his loyalty to the Hornets. Quote, "This is where I want to be. I want to create something special here in Charlotte." I mean, we heard this from Kemba last season and I think the season before also.
All right, before I answer this,
nothing, everything?
Before I answer this, I really like Kemba as a person and a player. I'm going to say, and I believe he's being genuine, but I'm going to say nothing because Kemba has a reason for hugging Charlotte. His best opportunity to get paid huge money is in Charlotte. And this is his last year of his contract. He signed a deal, which at the time looked really good, but he got trapped before the cap came up. He is one of the most underpaid players in the league, and rightfully so. He wants to get it back. I don't think there's a lot of teams out there that are willing to give Kemba Walker the kind of money that he might get in Charlotte. And I don't even know if the Hornets are going to be wanting to go all the way to the max, even though this guy is their all-star. So his move this year, if I was his agent and Kemba's a smart guy, would be to give Charlotte a Valentine every day of the year trying to get that contract. So I'm not surprised he would say this, and I think we're going to keep having him say this.
Yeah, it's nothing because all players say that until they get traded. They all say they want to be there.
Until they want out, yeah.
But I look at it different, Rach. I think they should show some loyalty. I got to that team. Gerald Wallace was on that team for 10 years, and they cut him. They didn't show no loyalty to him, and we got to the playoffs my first year there. The next time they get to the playoffs is with Kemba Walker. I think they need to show some loyalty to this kid. I think they need to keep him there. I think the city loves him. He's been great for this team. And I don't think they're going to get too much more. What you going to rely on with Tony Parker? Not really distant Tony Parker, but you have Kemba Walker, and you can lock him in for some years. This kid going to be a great point guard for a while. I think Charlotte should finally show some loyalty to one of their players and lock him in.
I mean, aren't we going to hear Kemba Walker's name a ton before the trade deadline if Charlotte is not having the season that they expect, which, by the way, expectations aren't like championship expectations.
Right. We just did a future power rankings at ESPN about which teams have the best outlooks. They rank 30th. So it's a rough situation in Charlotte. It's a hard job. They do need Kemba Walker, but if they're not going to be a playoff team.
Right, but you mentioned his contract. That is a super attractive expiring contract.
Yes.
Obviously, if they wanted to deal him, they would package it with some of their more weighty anchor around the neck contracts to get.
And they may not want to pay him $30 or $40 million a year when he's on the back end of his prime in 3 or 4 years, which unfortunately is the reality of the NBA.
It's going to be very interesting. All right, the Knicks all-star Kristaps Porzingis taking a very conservative approach to his ACL rehab because, as he put it, there's no protocol for a 7'3" guy in this situation, which, by the way, is absolutely true. Is this cautious approach something, nothing, or everything, Stack?
It's everything. What else do you have there? You got to protect this guy. You got to protect him in the corner. He's the best player. We know the history of guys coming back from that injury, and it don't end out well. So the fact that they've been cautious with him, the fact that he understands how serious this injury is, and he's taking rehab serious and taking his time, it's everything.
He's good at this game. I like his answers. I don't know
because
if
he's been an NBA player. He has an insight we don't have. That's why he's on the show.
It's definitely something because I think what Porzingis is making clear here is that he may not play a significant role. He doesn't want to come out and say it. I'm not saying he won't step on the court this year.
Yeah.
And to be honest with you, with where the Knicks are going, tanking is the best decision. Play Kevin Knox. Play your other young guys that you have on the roster. and let Porzingis get healthy. And if he comes back in March or April for a cup of coffee, then that's fine.
And then if you can have a healthy KP with the possibility
And cap
of
space.
getting, you know what I'm saying? That's a good look.
Right.
Some
I
people
mean-
think they could get Kevin Durant.
That's it. That's a good look.
I don't know.
You need to have 2 unicorns.
That's right.
true.
Absolutely.
You got that right.
And the namer.